Good evening and welcome to the Financial Week. I'm Javon Keys. Manufacturers had to fork out more money to produce goods in May. The Statistical Institute of Jamaica Statin says the price for inputs increased by 2.8% compared to April. A 6% jump in the cost of fuel largely influenced the price movement. The point-to-point index for the manufacturing industry, that is May 2021 to May this year, increased by 23.8%. The Bank of Jamaica's Monetary Policy Committee, MPC, says inflation may be lower than initially projected for the month of June. In its policy interest rate decision made this week, the committee said headline inflation for June could fall below the peak range of 12 to 15% indicated in the May forecast. It says, however, the inflation forecast for the next 2 years should remain the same based on data coming into the central bank. The MPC says the government's electricity subsidy will help temper inflation for May to August 2022 relative to the forecast. However, volatility in the agricultural prices market remain, but the MPC says with adequate supply, the prices should, however, stabilize if weather conditions remain favorable. And some company news: the proposed buyer of a majority stake in Siboney has pulled out of the deal. In an announcement to the Jamaica Stock Exchange yesterday, Siboney said the preferred bidder that was identified late last year is no longer interested in acquiring the 72% stake. The decision was made after the due diligence exercise and government approval was received. The financial sector adjustment company FinSac has been looking to sell its shareholding in the former resort company for more than 6 years. The cost for shipping has seen an increase due to the Ukraine-Russia crisis. The United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, says the war in Ukraine is stifling trade and logistics of that country and the Black Sea region. In a report entitled Maritime Trade Disrupted, published this week, UNCTAD says Ukraine's trading partners now have to turn to other countries for the commodities they import. It attributes the shipping and transport hurdles in the Black Sea region to disruptions in regional logistics, the halting of port operations in Ukraine, the destruction of important infrastructure, trade restrictions, increased insurance costs, and higher fuel prices. This has increased shipping distances along with transit times and costs. And back home, the U.S. currency is being sold for an average $151.56. $121.24 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar, $181.71 for the pound, while it's costing an average $159.33 for the euro. The JSE Index advanced by 2,142 points today, while the Junior Market Index declined by 12 points. Among today's winners were Radio Jamaica, Paramount Trading Jamaica, Main Event Entertainment Group, First Rock Capital Holdings US dollar shares, and the JMB Group 7.25% variable cumulative redeemable preference shares. While on the losing side were Siboney Group, Access Financial Services, Jamaica Stock Exchange, iCreate and Key Insurance Company. And that's it for the Financial Week. I'm Javon Keys. But before we go, here's a look at what's to come in the Business Review on Sunday.